I am live. I am live. I do believe I am live. Let me do a couple things early. I don't know who's going to come in there who ain't, but I hope we get them. Let's see here. Comments there. I want the documents there. Post a call-in number. Starting a little bit early, folks. Get some people in here before we start this actual podcast. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm looking for right there. All right. Okay, that's there. Hey, what's going on, Keita? What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Kent? Daddy Dutch. I'm starting a little bit early. Just give folks a little bit of time to get in here. And I'm waiting on my oldest for her to, but she just got back from work. What's going on, Johnny Mags? Hey, Chrissy. She say, I'm ready. All right, all right. Starting a little bit early. Give some time some folks to get in this bad boy. And hold on, we got Johnny Mags. You in here twice. Oh, no, I see your comment from earlier. All right. Hey, what's going on, folks? What's going on? I hope everything's good. I hope everything's good. How's my audio? Am I good to go? I hope my audio is just fine. Oh, Chris, you went to FSU? Oh, snap. That's interesting. I hope you're talking about Fayetteville State, not Florida. That's it. Got a couple more minutes. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. It has been an interesting day. Bunch of craziness going on during the course of the day. But it's all good. We'll get into this podcast here shortly. Like I say, I'm waiting on my daughter to come in. Are you prepping your oh, you got new nuds? Got new ugly not ugly don't I can't talk. Ugly drum smoker there, Kent. Good. All right, guys. Well, the subject of this podcast is going to be payback. All right, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about payback. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got 5 more minutes. Not so ugly, Joe Smoker. I got you, Ken. I got you. All right. So, like I said, I want to start out here a little bit early. You guys are getting this. Those of you that are on my R-BoP Riddick Book of Philosophy YouTube, and those that might pop in here from my regular Facebook, you guys getting the extra stuff before I start actually recording. I haven't started recording. I haven't done my intro and all that stuff. So yeah, you guys are here before any of that starts. And then I'm going to record this. I am going to be taking calls, and yeah, we will go from there. We will go from there. We got about 4 more minutes to go, waiting for people to meander on in. Before you ask, this is Ciroc coconut. Is it cocoa Ciroc? Whatever. Good evening, Cynthia Jones. How are you? Hope everything's good for you guys. Hope everybody's safe. Hope coronavirus has not gotten you guys. I hope everybody is safe and healthy. This world is crazy enough. World's crazy enough. Hey, Terry, what's going on? What's happening? Yeah, been an interesting day for us. Just hanging out. And some craziness going on back and forth. Well, not really back and forth, just kind of back. We haven't gone forth. Yeah, not at all. What are we looking at here? About 3 minutes to go. So I'm thinking about a virtual hose warming. I hope that's house. Not a virtual hose warming party. Come on, Johnny. Okay, a house warming. Oh, I gotta give it to for everybody out there trying to warm their hoses. All right. A virtual housewarming party. I think that's what you mean, hopefully. You say he's testing. That's funny. That is funny. Let's see here. We got about 2 minutes to go. I'll play this intro and then we're going to get on in here. Things going better tonight? Oh, yeah. Well, they are. You know, we're thinking about things. We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in the podcast. I'll talk about it then. Bunch of interesting things have happened. Yeah. Interesting things have happened. All right. You know, I'm trying to stick to the timeline here. Yes, indeed. Hold on. No, that didn't help. I muted one mic, but you heard the cough on the other. Stupid. That's crazy. I got a sneeze coming. All right, that's better. I'm glad I'm home. That ain't a corona sneeze. That's just a regular freaking sneeze. Ryan O'Neill Farr. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing? Everything's good. Can you hear me on Facebook? All of my friends and colleagues on YouTube can hear me just fine. This is a simulcast. Can you hear me, Ryan? Hopefully that you can. We got about 40 seconds before I kick this thing off. And then we'll be good to go. Yes, indeed. Yep. All right, we're getting close. I can't hear what? I can't wait until this Rona stuff's over so I can come back and visit y'all. I know, right? I haven't been there in a good minute. Yeah, you can hear me good. Outstanding. And you're welcome. As long as you don't lose your freaking mind, baby. All right, we're going to kick this off, guys. Right about now. Let me play my intro and we can get into this podcast. Here we go. I want to welcome you guys to R-BoP. This is Riddick's Book of Philosophy. My name's Philip Riddick, and this is where I talk about what I want to talk about the way I want to talk about it. If you enjoy this podcast, tell your friends, family, and loved ones to come in and enjoy my whimsical way of saying things, doing things, and thinking about things.
Please hold for a very important message.
Hey, everybody. Sooner or later, you're going to have to travel. You're going to have to take a plane, a hotel, or rent a car or something, either because you want to go on a vacation, something that you were waiting for or really wanted to do, or sometimes we have some unfortunate circumstances in our families where we have to travel involuntarily. Either way or the other, if you need to travel, you want to save some money. I am an independent TSA, Travel Savings Ambassador for iBoomerang. And I can save you 30 to 70% on your travel. If you send me your first and last name to the following email address, dcboomgetaways@gmail.com. Once again, dcboom, getaways@gmail.com. I can send you an absolutely free website, yours personally, that you can use whenever you want, and it will save you money. It can save you money whenever you are going away. You might be going away now. You might be going away in the future. This website is yours forever. So once again, if you want to save money traveling 30 to 70%, shoot your first and last name to me at dcboom, getaways@gmail.com. Welcome to R-BoP. My name's Phil. This is my daughter.
Hi, Hi, y'all.
That's Jessica. And this is Riddick's Book of Philosophy. This is R-BoP. You guys are all welcome. Now, the subject of this podcast that I'm actually recording, and this can be found anywhere that there's podcasts. Those of you guys listen on Facebook, you can find this podcast anywhere that podcasts are being hosted. This podcast comes out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. It's on Buzzsprout, and various other places. All right, guys. Anyway, the subject of this podcast is payback. It's all about payback. Have you ever had someone say, do, or create something so freaking stupid, so asinine, so fucking dumb that you feel like you absolutely have to do something to get that motherfucker back? Have you ever?
Absolutely.
Really, sweetheart? Why is that? Listen, folks, this whole podcast, matter of fact, let me put the call-in number if you guys want to join in on this conversation. Let me put the number up into the chat right now. All right. So those of you that are in the video podcast, you can see this. Those of you that are just listening in, you get this after the fact. All right. If you want to join in on this conversation, that's the number right there, 910-479-4325. I say again, 910-479-4325. For those of you that don't know, and I think I mentioned this earlier, this is both simultaneously. This is a simulcast on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Boom. Jessica, you got people saying hello to you.
Hi.
Ryan saying sub. Sherry saying, hey, beautiful Jessica. Johnny Maggs, my boy, he's saying hello. Cynthia Jones saying, hey. All right, guys. Once again, sometimes there are instances where someone to say something or do something so monumentally fucked up that you absolutely feel like you have to do something back. Has anyone in here ever been in a situation like this? I'm sure you have. I would say raise your hands, but I can't see those motherfuckers. Anyway.
I can, though.
Here's the deal. In the last couple of days, my beautiful daughter has been under the ridicule of how to word it delicate. What's the proper words? Stupid motherfucker that's been going on and on and on and on about my daughter. All right. Now, I personally think it's straight about jealousy because everything that's going on, she's comparing herself to my daughter or what she can do that my daughter can't, and making up all these crazy stories, all these freaking rants. And me being the savvy, calm, cool, collected father that I am, I had no choice but to console my daughter and tell her everything's going to be all right and then go in on that motherfucker myself. Thank you very much. Put your hands together for a dad that gives a shit. All right. Now, people say, well, you know, Phil, you should turn the other cheek. I'd like to turn the other cheek, smack that motherfucker on one side and turn it around and smack the other side. But I wouldn't do that. I would not put my hands on a young lady. Now, a bitch can get beat down, but a young lady, no, I would never, ever. I got 4 daughters, 4 beautiful, successful daughters, and I would never do that. All right. But when it comes to a point where things come to a head, kind of like a zit, something's going to pop. At what point do you no longer tolerate somebody's fuckery, somebody's bullshittery? When does that come to an end?
You made a new word for some of my friends. I just want you to know that.
What's that word?
Bullshittery.
I've been using that
for years. I know you have because I've heard it. However, some people are appreciating that. So you made a new word.
Well, that's interesting. Y'all put your hands together for bullshittery and fuckery. Put your hands together for fuckery. Now, this podcast isn't specifically about said young lady, okay? I honestly believe that she's going through some issues. She's having some problems. So, I'm going to say this out front. If you know of anybody with any mental instability, I ain't saying the girl's crazy. I'm just saying the girl's not sane, all right? If you know anyone on a real tip that has any mental instability, track down. I intended on putting the number in, but track down the mental health helpline or something like that, guys. Don't leave crazy people out there. That's like letting retarded people play in the street. Don't let the retarded baby play in the street. Don't
Can't
say that.
word.
This is my podcast and I can say retarded.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Anyway, when I grew up, you had a little baby with the water head out in the street.
No, don't do it.
The old lady would say, baby, get the baby out there. Don't let the retarded baby play in the street. You say,
God.
yes, ma'am. You go get the retarded baby out of the street.
Oh, Lord.
So in this situation with this young lady, we are not going to let the retarded baby play in the street. All right, guys. So we're going to
she can sit
pull
there and
back.
No, she can play in the street all she needs to.
No. My thing is this. When is too much too much? When is too much too much? When someone's just calling names? Is that when you want payback? When someone starts cussing at you? When someone starts lying at you, lying about you, someone starts lying to their friends about you, someone starts trying to put your business out there, even if it's not true, at what point is too much too much? Sweetie.
Well, if you have been paying attention to my page or whatever with this ongoing situation, I have been attempting to take the high road. I haven't really commented too much about this. I seriously do believe that this. Oh, am I allowed to speak freely on this thing?
Oh, this is my podcast. You can say whatever you want. Just don't call no names. We don't want to be busting up the water here, baby.
Okay.
Right.
When it comes to this said bitch, I don't know what's going on. So I understand that there may be some type of mental issue, chemical imbalance, not taking your meds, situations where things are coming to a head, and I'm just so happen to be the person that is getting is the target of her crazy
bullshittery.
Yeah, whatever.
But baby, at what point is too much too much?
I mean,
now you've been gracious. You haven't been saying very much. I've been acting like a straight fucking dick, to be honest with you. But my daughter's been gracious. At what point was too much too much? That's the subject. That's the subject of this podcast.
Okay, maybe.
When you won't pay back?
When it starts affecting your work life. When you have a person who's now calling your store.
Well, you know what? She told me she's magically getting these numbers, getting block numbers calling her job now and then hanging up, or calling her names and hanging up.
It legitimately answered the phone, whore, and then hung up.
So is that what drew the line for you? Is that when it was too much?
It was too much when a death threat came. That's when it became too much.
Well, I got the death threat, but I was like, bring it. When someone tells me,
I also received a death threat as well.
I understand. So. Now listen, when the person, see, now Ron, y'all put your hands together for Ron. That's my soon-to-be sort of kind of almost son-in-law. and while you got your hands together, Ron say happens to be in the military. He's in freaking AIT right now in Fort Huachuca. So good job, man. Keep doing what you got to do. Anyway, at what point was too much? Because it was too much to me when just talking jibber jabber for hours on end on Facebook and YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, that didn't bother me too much. But then once it starts getting into the next day, I was like, oh no, she's flying high. It's time to clip some fucking wings. And then that's when daddy shows up. It's time for the knockout punch. 1, 2, 3. Now, woo. Now, Keita says, wait. She said, wait, what? Wow, I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too. I don't know what's wrong with, but the subject is not that young lady and all of her bullshittery, and all her mental issues. That's not the subject. The subject is payback. What happens? At what point do you want payback? And you got to feel free to call in. The number's on the screen. When do you want payback? See, I want payback. I want it quickly. All right. Me being my background, the way I was raised and the way I was trained, a preemptive strike. You don't wait till you get hit. You hit first. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Mission's over. All right. Your thoughts, chat, your thoughts, sweetie?
Just been trying to let it ride, Dad. It's just hard. Anytime when it comes to certain, I've never been in a situation like this.
Me neither.
I've never been in a situation like this. I've never had to. I never thought I would have to like even entertain or dignify something to this magnitude.
Oh, we have a dignified shit. I'm straight gutter dragging. Anyway,
you know, like as far as like revenge and things of that nature. And it's like initially when it comes to everything, it's like I want to dog walk this girl. I do. I want to sit there. I do want to fight her and all this other stuff. However, as the day has been going on and I'm thinking about things and I'm looking at things and seeing everything that's being presented to me, the girl needs help.
Well, we know that we know the waterhead baby needs help.
Yes.
My thing is, as far as payback, which is the subject.
Okay, and that's what I'm getting into.
All right.
As much as I want to give payback and I want to defend myself and I want to sit there and I want to lay hands. That's what I want to do. But looking at this whole thing, it's like, no, the girl needs help.
Hold on, we got a call.
Call from Anonymous.
All right. Hello, welcome to R-BoP.
Hi, I called to comment on your video.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I'm actually a friend or was a friend of the young lady that you're speaking of.
The scenario?
And
okay.
Yes, right. I just want to say that you cannot allow people to have power over you.
Absolutely.
You have to learn to ignore. Because here's the thing. There are laws against things like this. Abuse, harassment. Things like this can escalate. And if you allow it, situations like this can cause for somebody to lose their life, lose their livelihood, to lose everything over something that really just does not matter.
I agree with the lose your livelihood or lose your life over something, because I do have concerns with the stability of this young lady and the threats that she has given. But as far as me personally, power over me, oh no, I'm embracing this shit. I don't give a damn. Let it happen. If she want to drag, I'll drag. Now, I'm obviously going to take care of my daughter. I'm going to make sure my daughter's safe. But if someone's going to come in with some nonsense, I'm going to hit you back with some nonsense. But you were saying?
Yes, sir. And I actually sent your daughter, Jessica, a message today. I sent you a message as well because I wanted to extend an apology for all of this that has happened because it just did not need to be. I just say carry on, live your normal life, put it behind you. My friend or so-called friend, I don't know, she turned on me out of the blue. I have no idea what's going on with her. It sounds like it's a mental breakdown. I don't care. If she's gonna know who I am because she knows my voice. So if she sees this video, she's gonna know it's me. And I just want to say, friend, I'm praying for you. What you're doing is wrong. You should not be treating people this way. And if you ever want to apologize to me, and if you ever want to try to talk about this, we can do so. But you do not need to treat Jessica this way or her family this way. It's just not right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very well said. And thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Now I don't have as big of a heart as you do. So I ain't praying for shit. The phone number's on the screen. If she wants to call and talk to me, she can call and talk to me. I don't back down.
Again, I just apologize to the whole entire family. We as Black people, we have to uplift each other. We have to say congratulations when they're due. We cannot base our life on status or materialistic things. You can be dead and gone tomorrow, and you can't take none of it with you. Life is about love, family, and friendship. And if you're willing to give all that up, then that's our problem.
Yep.
You just gotta let it go, you know?
And I just want to sit there and just say that I appreciate your apology. This is not about you.
Not about you.
It's not about you.
We appreciate the apology, but you didn't create this problem.
Yes, sir. But I just want to let y'all know, like, somebody has to apologize on behalf of it.
No, the person who's doing it is the apology.
At this point, it's again, I understand and I appreciate you so for that. And I thank you for that. I'm okay. Like I'm fine.
Alrighty.
Like I am fine. There's nothing. There's no truth to anything that she is saying. It's just it's crazy. But no, I appreciate the apology. It's not needed, but thank you.
Appreciate it.
You have a good
All
night.
right,
baby.
you guys take care.
You too. Thanks for
Bye.
calling.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Well, I wish I was that nice and sweet, but I ain't. Somebody said, Johnny Max and Phil, who's that lovely young lady behind you? That's my second. This is the oldest, and then the second oldest is right behind me. All right. You got that mic back there, sweetie? There you go. Chime on in.
Hello, everybody.
That she got the travel microphone back there.
I do.
Hold on. Let me let you. I'm gonna mute you and let you adjust it, and then let me know when you're ready. All right, guys. So that's what we got. Heartfelt apology for someone that didn't need to apologize, but did. That's what makes things like this all right when you know people care. But we got somebody else on the line.
I recognize that number.
Hello.
Do you speaker?
No. Hello. Hey, whoever that is, we can't get you. Please try calling back.
Unlock your phone.
I'm good. All right. Whoever that was, please try calling back. We didn't get you. All right. Now, subject at hand is are you ready? You got your mic set up, sweetie?
Yes.
You do? All right. I'm going to unmute you. All right. The subject at hand is, at what point do you want payback? At what point do you want to get somebody back? I'm a very quick trigger.
We know that.
I'm a quick trigger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, myself and my beautiful wife, Kim, who's not here today, even though she got her hair done for the video yesterday. Feel free to go back and look at that one, guys, if you want to. But we've raised our girls in a certain way. Let's see if we can get this call this time.
Call from
Taylor.
press 1.
Hello, Taylor.
Hello, Mr. Ray. How have you been?
I was good until you started this crazy shit. What's going on?
Oh, first of all, let me tell you, as a father, I apologize to you, Mr. Riddick.
No, the problem's not with me,
No,
Taylor.
Mr.
The problem's with my daughter.
Mhm.
You fix that piece, and then you could address me with an apology. You take care of your problem with my daughter, and then you could deal with a problem with me. So can we start there?
But like I like to let you know, is as somebody who is a NAMI mental health advocate, I would like to apologize to you because you are hosting the show. So I would like you to know that as the host, I address you first.
Okay, I've been addressed. Now my daughter's right next to me.
I apologize because I got a number from a friend. So I assumed that this was just a phone conversation.
Oh, no, this is a podcast, sweetie. Everybody's listening to you.
I'm calling a podcast. Oh, I am so sorry. Again, I apologize. I thought I was talking to you at home, and then I was going to talk to Jessica. But first, let me again address you and say, host, Mr. Riddick, Philip Riddick, how have you been? Because I don't want to call you, I call you Mr. Riddick because you are her father first. I know you as Mr. Riddick because I've been to your home before.
Yeah, one time.
Like I said,
but hold on. While you're talking all sweet, I was niggas earlier.
Yeah, and threatened my dad's life and my sister's life.
No.
Yes.
I want to address Mr. Riddick. Okay.
Yes.
I forgot. I'm on a podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to talk about this like an interview.
Okay.
Okay. So I need to address Jessica first. So let's do me a favor. I'm going to drink some tea because I've been yelling. How are you doing today? I'm drinking a sip of tea.
I'm drinking a little bit of vodka. I'm doing fantastic.
I'm drinking.
Oh, I love Tito's. My best friend from Chicago got me on Tito's.
Get to the point.
I don't live in North Carolina.
Get to the point.
I live in.
So you wanted to talk to my daughter? She's here.
Sorry, somebody is calling me. I have to decline calls because people are calling me. I apologize. Excuse me. I'm drinking some tea to get my voice clear.
All right, hurry up. While we wait for her to drink the tea, guys, if anybody wants to chime in the chat, we can say.
No, I'm literally, go ahead and chime in the chat. I'm drinking tea because I've been out all day because I've been preparing to move in my apartment. I'm leaving Indianapolis and moving back to Detroit.
Outstanding. I wish you well. Now, you done with the tea?
Thank you. No, I know I'm literally drinking. So do you mind if I drink a little bit more? I apologize. I didn't know I was calling the podcast. I thought I was calling to have a conversation with you being the mediator.
All right. Do you want to end this call on the podcast and call back later? Because right now I'm busy.
No. I'm going to finish, but I would like you to address the comments so I can finish my gulp.
Well, gulp.
Okay, gulp. First of all, I would like to say that I appreciate both of you, Jessica included, being concerned about my mental health. As somebody who was diagnosed at 12 years old, it is very nice to know advocates exist in smaller places like Fayetteville. Not minimalizing Fayetteville, but knowing that the military deals with a lot of mental health issues.
Okay.
So as an advocate and an ally, I say thank you. I would like to address certain situations on Facebook to keep in mind that I did not mean to drag your daughter in because we were talking about infidelity on Facebook. A person who I am talking to recently, because she was a friend, because she has my number, has been dealing with infidelities that her husband has inflicted on her. So I was like, dang, infidelity, that really hurts.
What does that have to do with my daughter, though?
Catholic. I'm bringing a story. You got to relax, Mr. Rick. I know you are the moderator.
Listen, hold on. I'm going to do my best to relax, but you've been stark fucking crazy for 2 days, so you bear with me while I try to compose myself. Thank you, ma'am.
I'll bear with you as a father. Like I said, a friend of mine was dealing with the fact that her husband had cheated on her. Meanwhile, I had been talking to a friend at church that had been dealing with somebody sleeping with her husband as well.
Okay.
So my friends had been dealing with infidelities. Now, I apologize if this conversation came to Jessica's door, because remember, me and Jessica's relationship as friends has begun since 2007.
Okay. Continue.
Meanwhile,
me
and Jessica has been friends since 2007. I graduated high school in 2006. I've been at Fayetteville State before.
But you said Jessica was never your friend.
2006 to 2007. I was raped at 2007 in spring. So when my freshman year, I got raped. So when I heard about incidents that occurred on campus, which we don't have to go into, it concerned me.
Okay.
In 2007.
Wait, so sweetie, I hate any of those circumstances. Hear me out.
No.
I hate those circumstances, but I want you to talk to me about 2020. That's what I want you to talk to me about, man.
The story about me in 2017. In 2015, I returned back to Fayetteville, North Carolina, to pursue my education as a business major.
Right.
So our relationship hasn't started at 2020. It started in 2007.
But the fucking problem started in 2020. No. I want to address the problem. I don't want to address any of your history because there's less than a fuck going on right now with Mr. Riddick. I want to know what the problem is with you and my daughter, where it started, and how we can stop this shit. You can start there.
Yes, where it starts so I can stop it. The issue is that your daughter believes that I am angry at her.
I believe you're angry at her. All the shit you've been saying, I believe you're angry at her.
Daddy, be cool. Hold on, let her finish.
Jessica, do you believe that I am angry at you?
Yes, bitch, I do.
Bam.
Thank you, Jessica, for telling me you believe that I'm angry at you. So tell me why I'm angry.
You sound stupid as hell.
No, we're having a conversation, Jessica.
Oh, no, that's my sister. Oh,
no.
Okay, yeah. Shayla, it's okay. It's okay, baby.
Shayla, I apologize.
Listen,
Shayla,
get to the point, ma'am. Get to the point, young lady.
I apologize.
You apologize.
Jessica?
Okay. Yes, I think you're angry with me because you've been. Why do I think that I believe that you're angry with me due to the things that you have been saying since 1 a.m. on yesterday till now? Yes, I think you're angry with me. Yes, I do.
I apologize if you believe that all of the narrative is around you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I work night shift. I have to let people know that I work the evening shift at all of my jobs. Since I work graveyard shift at like an e-commerce company, like let's just say Amazon, I work graveyard shifts. So my shift begins at 5 p.m. That's when
Okay.
production.
All right. Okay, Taylor.
So
this is Jessica. This is Jessica speaking. Yes. Okay, so you're saying that you have no problem with me. It's all about the narrative. All this is about the narrative of it. So what's the narrative, my dear? What is the narrative?
Break it down.
The narrative, Jessica, is we've had conversations before. When you brag about men you have had relationships with, I believe you're always in a relationship.
No, I'm actually not.
Okay. So when you've told me about situations, I assume you were always in a relationship as a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
Taylor, so Courtney, I'm sorry, I just have to ask. Do you want me to address you as Taylor or do you want me to address you as Courtney? Which one is it that I'm supposed to do? Or am I supposed to address you as Bella?
Oh, Bella is my Facebook name that I changed.
Okay, I just want to know what do I need to address you as.
Well, because Bella was cussing me the fuck out. Bella
is French for pretty.
Yes, I'm aware. But we're aware. That's okay. That's beside the point. That's beside the point. You're saying okay. Call you Taylor. Cool. Okay. Okay. So Taylor, you saying that you're not upset with me. There's no anger. There's none of that. None of it.
Jessica, relax. We've been friends since 2006.
Yeah, but we've been fucking enemies since the day before yesterday. So you're gonna deal with solve this problem. What issue do you have with my daughter? How can we fix it?
My issue is this. Oh, let's fix it because I'm on a podcast. Meanwhile, remember, I didn't graduate in 2010.
I don't care about graduation. I don't care about graduation.
We're not talking about graduation,
I want to know what problem you have with me.
You're yelling. I don't have a problem with you, Jessica. You assume things because you live on Facebook. I work 3 jobs.
You work 3 jobs.
Listen.
When you can match my 6 figures,
slow down.
When you can
slow down.
I've been calm this whole time.
Slow down. You're acting crazy. Bye, Felicia. All right.
Give me a second. Give me a fucking
we
second.
Gotta move on, guys. We gotta move on. All right, chat. What do y'all got to say? What have you got to say? Anyone?
I got something to say.
My daughter's upset. Let's see what's going on here.
Call from
Taylor Mason.
Taylor?
To accept.
No. Bye, Felicia. Don't call me no more. All right. You say don't freaking give him a voice. I ain't giving him no voice. We're good. Anyhow. What we got, chat? What we got? You gonna come on here, daughter? Come in here, Jessica. All right. Anywho, that took a crazy turn. I'm glad she called. I hate she fucked it up. Anyway, folks, the subject is, at what point do you want payback? This is a good podcast. All right. For those of you trying to catch up, this young lady who clearly is disturbed has been freaking going crazy ham, talking cash money crap, threatening, calling my daughter all out of her name, this, that, and the other. You got to look at the podcast yesterday. I'm sorry, the video yesterday on R-BoP if you want to catch up. And I got the idea to do this podcast just to say, what does it take for you to want to retaliate, for payback and all that good stuff? You feeling me? So, posted the number, and obviously please call in. I hope she would call in so that we could resolve this issue. But when you start giving me all this nonsense, and this is the person in question giving us nonsense. Oh, back in 2006, I give less than a dick about 2006. I'm worried about this problem with my daughter in 2020. You guys heard that, those of you that were in here. All right. Anywho, had to give her the bye, Felicia. I'm done. She's had her voice for the last couple of days, yelling loud and proud, and she wasn't going to waste my time during my podcast. All right, let's read some of these comments. Babe cooks for hey, babe. She says, LOL, just had to rewind a minute and catch up. Gotcha, Mr. Riddick. I'm sorry, but you are hilarious. I know, Sherry. Thank you so much. Josh, can you please call in? I wish Josh would call in. And Mari says, hey, beautiful Kim. You want to talk to the microphone, sweetie? All right. Johnny Madfield, you know me. I get mine, but after listening to her, it's not worth it. Stay classy. Good choice. Listen, folks, I control this. I control this. She says it's all about the narrative. You guys heard the narrative? Come on, man. That's my word. Come on, man. Nikki Lewis, Jessica, calm down, honey. Clearly, she needs some help. It's time to just let it go because baby needs to be admitted. You good now?
I'll be.
Your eyes is watery. Like you was angry.
No,
Was you
nah.
angry, man?
It's cool.
All right, here you go. We back. Here's the thing.
He-
Uh-oh. Oh, this is somebody different. Let's see who this is from California. Hello. Hey, whoever just call in again because it didn't come through. It didn't come through. Anyway, pray for those with mental illness, Mr. Riddick. Pray for them or pray on them. You better quit. All right, guys.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Woosa.
I'm good.
All right, you back in the microphone?
I'm good.
All right. Stay calm. Stay above this. Wait. It's above me now. It's above me now.
Yo, I apologize to y'all if anything because I got triggered.
All right, this is the same number back.
My apologies.
Hold on.
Call from
Josh, the cooking cop.
Oh shit! It's
press 1
Josh.
to send a voicemail.
What's going on, officer? Josh.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Man, there's some bullshiggity that just happened, but I think it's overted. We have a freaking army here. I don't know if you can see us and hear us.
Oh, I see you and hear you, although the YouTube is a little bit delayed, but I see your army. Everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking swell. You know what? Unfortunately, I jumped in the chat a little bit late.
Okay.
I jumped in the podcast a little bit late.
Right.
But we're talking about payback. We're talking about feelings. We're talking about emotions and stuff like that.
Right. Well, we're talking about at what point, where does it take you to trigger to want to get a motherfucker back? What does someone have to do for you want to retaliate, to say something or to do something or to smack the shit out of somebody, or what does it take for payback? That's the point of the podcast right now.
Well, I got and I don't want to get philosophical on you. And,
all right.
And I feel like you and me on this is two flip sides of the coin. Okay, let's talk about the head side of the coin. And me and you are going to be on the same page of this. You've been in the military, you've done a lot of things, you've been overseas and stuff like that.
Yes.
I'm a law enforcement officer and stuff like that.
Right.
There's been situations that you have been in, and there's been situations that I have been in.
Right.
Say I find somebody molesting a young child or something like that. They're in the back of my police car, and I'm driving them to jail.
Okay.
And say you're in a situation overseas that somebody did something to your team, or that they're responsible for some heinous act against the United States.
Right.
And they're now in your custody and stuff like that. You certainly have that feeling.
Well,
and that's undeniable.
Let me correct you a little bit. When I was in the military doing what I did, we don't do custody.
Well,
you're either shot or you're not. Period. We don't do custody.
Well, I mean,
but I understand.
But there is people that the United States has taken into custody.
Yes, and you're right. We captured a quick war story. Back when we were in Afghanistan, my platoon captured 3 guys and we sent straight to Guantanamo Bay. But we couldn't keep them in custody. We captured them, and then we had to hand them over. Right. We don't have the authority to detain.
But at that moment that you're capturing them, you're like, listen, you deserve a lot more than going to Guantanamo Bay.
Well, this is true.
And so there's that flip side of the coin that you need to control yourself. You need to do the mature thing, and you need to follow the rules and different things like that. And I've been in those situations. I've had somebody in the back of my car that has done incredibly heinous stuff that the public doesn't even want to hear, that they don't even want to read about because it's so disgusting.
Right.
So you got that side of the coin, but then you got the other side of the coin that you're a man.
Yes.
And you're a strong man. You want to provide and protect for your family. That's your daughter. And so you just need to whoop somebody's ass.
I know.
So, I mean, you got that side of the coin too. So it's really, I don't know.
It's difficult. I understand the point you're trying to make. You do have to have the discipline to restrain yourself in an official capacity. But like you were saying, I'm a fucking dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I am willing to lay down my life against all enemy, foreign and domestic, for perfect strangers for the United States, okay, that means not only am I defending the law-abiding citizens, I'm defending every freaking crackhead. I'm defending every freaking racist. I'm defending every white supremacist that would take my fucking life. I'm defending every freaking KKK motherfucker on the planet because I'm defending the Constitution of the United States and all the people in here. A lot of people let that kind of fall off of them. They don't realize that. But as a dad, I ain't taking no shit, and I'm gonna take care of my family.
Right.
If I'm willing to jump out of airplanes and get shot out for perfect strangers, can you imagine what I'm willing to go through for my daughters? I'm gonna let that marinate. I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
It's like when I'm 18 years old. I'm still living at my mom and dad's house. I'm 18 years old. My sister's 16 years old. I walk outside my house. I'm in my car. I just got my driver's license 2 years ago, and there's a car parked in front of my house. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's kind of dark outside. I look outside, and there's a boy making out with my sister in the front yard.
Right.
Oh, it's time to whoop somebody's ass.
I know. I know. But man, I appreciate you calling in, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're still out here. We're still they got me working a little bit of patrol, a little bit in the office, kind of like a different type of duty lately, trying to like fill in. Not only are we having like a budget issue, but we're out on the street doing high visibility, making sure that everybody's safe and stuff like that.
I got you.
People want to open back up. That's all politics and stuff like that. We won't get into that. But, we're doing our thing. We're still out there, and
be safe, man.
That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, man. You be careful. Now, I still got to put you on the schedule. We're gonna do a podcast, and the subject's gonna be running into danger. That's yours and mine. All right. So we're going to do a podcast.
Let's talk about it.
You're going to be my host. I'll probably bring you on screen and we'll talk about it and take phone calls too. So give it some thought. Absolutely. A podcast, about an hour, with me and my bullshittery. That's going to be going on too, but the subject's going to be running into danger. All right, brother?
100%.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right. You and the family stay safe. Everybody's looking good.
Take care, brother.
We're in it.
Love you like cook food.
All right.
All right. Whoever was just trying to call in twice, please call back. Please call back. I was already in a call and I didn't have a way of stopping it and bringing it back in. All right. That was a great call. That was Josh, friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel called The Cooking Cock and Babe. The Cooking Cop Freudian Slip. The Cooking Cop and Babe. Great channel, guys. Go subscribe to it. Look him up. Good friend of mine. All right. The subject is, guys, payback.
Clearly, I didn't handle that well, but
hold on. Say that again, sweetie.
I said clearly I didn't handle that well, but
you got
God's working on me.
You got to know. You got emotional, baby.
I did. I got emotional.
You got emotional, and that's for two reasons.
What are those reasons, Daddy?
Ovaries.
You give me.
Because I got these nuts.
You get on my nerves. Jesus. Okay. Clearly. We saw how that went with this whole with the whole call in and all that.
I am glad she called. It did show something.
Call from
Ronald.
How you doing? Thanks for calling R-BoP.
Hello. This is Ronald.
You get on my nerves.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. This is my soon-to-be sort of kind of almost son-in-law.
That's my man that I actually have.
Yeah, I was just calling.
Ron,
what you want?
There he is. You
Ron, what you want?
Right.
What you want, Ron?
All right, so I was calling about the certain situation that was going on, and I can't say that I'm flabbergasted about this situation. I think it's preposterous. I think it's absurd.
My nerves.
So
he getting on my nerves.
What you
said flabbergasted.
So what you can do for this monstrosities,
He using
People
his
like
$1
this-
million words.
People like this, you have to pray for them because they ain't nothing but the devil. You know,
Obviously.
that's the devil trying to bring you down. And you don't have to fight and do all that and all that stuff. Just put it in God's hands and it will be all right.
All right. Now, what if the situation happens to an atheist? What do you tell them?
Stop it.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
1, 2, 3.
You get on my nerves.
There you go.
You just had to do it wrong. Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass when I see you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Stay out of trouble, man. We'll see you when we see you.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Take
Love
care.
y'all.
Love you.
everybody.
All right. Be safe.
Bye, baby.
You just had to say
All right.
Bye,
She had All right, guys. I'm glad the levity has lifted a little bit. Thank you, S&J. They put the link in for the Cooking Cop and Babe. So guys, go check that channel out. I highly recommend it. That's about it. Chrissy says, love you, sister.
Hey, boo, hey.
Just say, hey, boo, hey. Anyway.
I'm out,
All right,
y'all.
folks. Okay, you good? Thank you. Thank you. I will say this. At what point, back to the subject, at what point do you want payback? Payback. I'll put it like this. From the point you mess with one person in this family, everybody wants payback. You see the rally? You see the rally around this daughter?
For those who can see.
For those that can see. The entire family was in here.
Okay. Who's that?
Who's calling in?
Call from.
Courtney Taylor.
No, that's her. That's her.
I
That's
know.
her.
Accept. Press.
Bye, Felicia. Same girl. Trying to get back in. Not going to have it. She had her chance. She been talking cash money shit for 2 days. I'm talking shit today. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway.
This is what happens when you become a fixation.
I know, man. I don't know why. She's
I know
just
why,
stuck
Daddy.
on you. Why?
Because I'm cute.
She cute.
I'm cute, man.
Keita says, honestly, Phil, Jessica, and family, I can't even believe you have to address something like that. I know. In 2020,
You know
in
why we're dealing with this?
2020, we got to deal with something
You know why
like
we're dealing
this.
with this?
What?
Because people been quarantined. COVID-19. COVID-19.
Anyway, we're going to be fine, guys. I'm not going to drag this out. I got everything out of this podcast that I actually got more. I got more.
What more did you get, Daddy? What more did you get?
To address the motherfucking trouble. That's what got me. That's helped me out.
Mhm.
I wanted to address the situation. I was going to tippy-toe around the situation. Wasn't calling no names or anything. But you know me. I'm like, listen, let her know. Have a call in. If she would have earnestly called in, addressed the issue, and started trying to drag this nonsense out, I don't like soap operas. So I don't play soap operas. I don't watch none of that nonsense on TV. I don't care nothing about the Tiger King and all that bullshittery. I don't do stupid. All right, guys. And I'm not going to accept that stupid here at all. Anywho, I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank you all for coming in.
Well, that was interesting.
That's peculiar. Anyway, guys, if you want, hold on, let's see.
She keeps calling.
Let's see who this is.
Call from.
Call from
Courtney.
Bye, Felicia. Anyway, if you guys like this type of material, if you like this podcast, guys, you can find this podcast anywhere podcasts are being hosted. I also have my podcast, which is a video podcast on YouTube. Those of you that are on Facebook, I also have my YouTube channel, Daddy Cooks, shameless plug, Daddy Cooks. Just Google it. You'll see this pretty face, and I'll be cooking something interesting. And that's about it.
Oh my God.
I do live cooks. I do my own regular videos and sometimes stuff like this.
And he likes to pick on me sometimes.
Because you're such an obvious target. As Felicia. Anyway.
Ooh, blow, Daddy. Too soon.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming in. We'll cut this a little bit short. We're close to an hour, I think, a little bit short of that. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. I hope you enjoy this. Share this with your friends. They might learn something from this. My name's Phil. I got my beautiful daughter,
Jessica.
I got Niecy back there in the
Kim
back.
K out, y'all.
That's right. Oh, he said, Phil, you said Daddy does it wrong. You said Cooks. What?
No,
I know it.
Lord.
S&J, they put the link down to Stephen and Jacqueline put the link to my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel, if you guys want to jot that down or click the link if you can. All right, guys. Love you like cook food. We are going to be out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you like cook food. Wash your hands. If you hear somebody sneeze, fucking run. And if anyone has freaking mental issues, direct them to the mental health help line. I love you like cook food, and we
Bye,
are
y'all.
out. Bye, y'all.